And you are back with comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. I'm not sure if I should be doing the 4-year episode today or tomorrow. There's 365 days in a year. This is day 365, but does it go 364 and then 365 New Year? Or do you actually have the 365? So you have 3 years and 365 days. I don't know, but I know it started on the 17th of May, and it's the 17th of May today, so 365 days, but is 4 years tomorrow. Fuck, I don't know. Last year I did 364, and then the next day I did 3 years. I think that's what I did. Anyway, I'll fucking do it tomorrow, the 4-year one. It's a Thursday tomorrow. It's just fucking musings from the Boyale tomorrow, so I'll just do the 4 years tomorrow. It's fucking confusing, but anyway, if it's fucking wrong this year, I'll make it up next year. Next year will be year number 5, going from 4 to 5. Jesus Christ. Anyway, let's get let's get to the important shit. Pizza Hut. I had Pizza Hut last night. What the fuck has happened to Pizza Hut? It is the worst pizza I've ever tasted in my entire fucking life. It was worse than Domino's last night. I always knew it was shit. That's why I haven't eaten Pizza Hut in probably 10 years. I can't even remember the last time I ate fucking Pizza Hut. But we went over to my wife's friend's house last night for her birthday. And they said they were getting pizza, and bam, he walks in with Pizza Hut. I'm like, I wouldn't have come this far if I knew it was going to be Pizza Hut. And that's the God's honest truth. I wasn't going to go. My wife was like, oh, we're going over there. You don't have to come. All they were going to do was order pizza anyway. And I actually felt like pizza because I've been eating so much fucking protein. And I thought this would be a good way to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Go out with my wife and see one of her friends so I don't have to go for the next 400 times, and eat pizza. It was going to be a win-win for the Boyale last night, but fucking Pizza Hut. You should hang your head in shame. It was absolute fucking garbage. I don't know how that joint is still in business. Who the fuck is eating at Pizza Hut enough to keep it afloat? I think it's Asians. Because Bogans don't eat Pizza Hut. Bogans have moved on from Pizza Hut. It used to be a staple of a Bogan diet. We used to eat it all the time. All you can eat Pizza Hut. Fucking don't make me go down a fucking another trip down memory lane. The Boyle family, when it was still intact, spent many a night down at all you can eat Pizza Hut for fucking birthdays, engagements, Mother's Days, Father's Days. All you can eat Pizza Hut was... It was the place to be, that and Sizzler. But now, I can't even fucking describe to you how shit this pizza was. I'll try though. I got a hot and spicy pizza. I opened the box and immediately, I knew it was going to be bad because for some reason, there was a white sauce all over the top of the hot and spicy pizza. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Is that mayonnaise? Or is it aioli? What the fuck is a white sauce doing on top of a hot and spicy pizza? That's sacrilegious. And it also made me think that it is Asians propping up Pizza Hut because that's a very Asian-y thing to do. Put some fucking random white sauce on something that doesn't need white sauce. So as soon as I saw the white sauce, I felt like just walking out of the house, to be honest with you. Happy birthday, but no thanks. I can't do this. I can't even fucking pretend to do this, but I managed to get like 4 or 5 pieces down. I thought it was a waste though. I was like, why am I even eating this? It tastes like shit. It was a garlic sauce in the end. It might have been an aioli. Who fucking knows? Who cares? But I got about 4 or 5 pieces of that down, and there was a Supreme as well. And let's not even fucking get into this Supreme. There was more crust than there was actual pizza. And the coverage, the toppings coverage, embarrassing to say the least. I still managed to get 4 or 5 pieces of that down as well, but it won't be happening again. Every single fucking time I step foot out of the house to eat now, it's an absolute fucking disaster. When are we going to move into a fucking world where there's quality and standards? Who's in control at Pizza Hut? Who's in control of the world? It's a fucking outrage. Anyway, that's enough of that for the moment. It's fucking Boyle Breaks History Day. So at the moment in the US, they're going through the debt ceiling crisis. Now, I do go on about US bullshit a little bit too much, but when it comes to the economy, basically everything in the world runs through the US, whether you like it or not. And if the US economy fucks up, the rest of the world fucks up. So let's look at the fucking US debt ceiling. What is it? So the US is like $16 trillion in debt at the moment. You can't even comprehend how much money that is. If you were to pay back $1 trillion at $1 a second, it would take you 32,000 years at $1 every 1 second. $1 trillion is 1,000 billions. So the debt is 16,000 billion. It's so fucking crazy. So how the US accumulates this debt is through budget deficit. The US spends more money every single year than it takes in tax receipts, in earnings. So the last 4 years in a row, they've spent $1 trillion. That is fucking insane. $1 trillion fucking dollars. US spending is like 120% of GDP, which is also insane. It's got out of control and they're going to need to fucking spend up hard if they're going to save the economy for another fucking like 3 or 4 years. So back in the day, they couldn't just fucking spend like crazy. Whenever they wanted to fucking take some debt on, the US government, they had to go to like Congress and shit. It had to be voted for. Yeah, we're going to fucking borrow like $1,000 to pay for the entire war or some shit like that. And then Congress would vote for it and the debt would be issued. Then what happened was they were going to Congress too much, asking for too much debt, and it was becoming a fucking pain in the ass. So they decided to create a debt ceiling. So they were like, all right, fuck going to Congress all the time. You can fucking take on debt, but you can't take on any more than like $1 million. That's the debt ceiling. And they just continued raising it whenever they fucking came to it. And this time they'll do the same as well. It happens like every few years. They get to the debt ceiling. The two parties pretend it's outrageous that they're spending more money. They're both fucking spending like crazy whenever they're in. But they go behind closed doors, they cut some fucking bullshit deals, and then they eventually raise the debt ceiling. What happens if they don't? Well, that would be very interesting to see. The US would probably fucking go into a big financial crisis for about 3 days before it got raised, and then fucking they just printed the shit out of it. But if they don't raise the debt ceiling, they can't pay for all the spending, all the wars. They can't pay for the Ukraine shit that they're just fucking blowing cash on. None of the soldiers would get paid. None of the fire, police, teachers. They wouldn't be able to pay the interest on the bonds they issue to foreign countries and corporations and shit like that. It'd be a big fucking mess. They'll default. They won't be able to make the repayments to their debt. It would be fucking interesting, to be honest. They might even fucking do it. It might be that time where they're just like, fuck it. Let's fucking let it all burn and see what happens. They're never going to be able to pay the debt back anyway, regardless of anything. They're never going to be able to pay the debt back. Anyway, that's all happening over the next couple of weeks. I wouldn't worry about it too much because it's all theater. It's all bullshit. It makes no sense why people even have to pay taxes when the government's just printing money. You have to sacrifice half your fucking pay for taxes on money that they can just print. And when they print, they're also taxing you through inflation. So the people are getting fucked every which way. And the best way to stop getting fucked? Leave the system, buy some Bitcoin. Anyway, that'll do it for fucking today. The newsletter's out, the Patreon potty's out. Go check them both out. And I'll see you the fuck later.